Oh, it is good to have the first pick in a fantasy football draft. I don't even know what format we settled on. Jamie, is it PPR?
Yes.
Is it Superflex?
Yes. No.
No, it's not, right? Okay. Christian McCaffrey is my pick. Welcome.
I thought Jamie was just going to say yes to everything.
Twitch
Is
audience.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we start kickers? Yes.
Marv
Albert
Albert
PPR?
over there.
Yes.
All right. We're going to take you through this 12-team PPR mock draft. Twitch.com/FF today. Thanks for coming aboard. Hit that follow button. Tell your friends. We're going to have fun tonight. McCaffrey 1, Barkley 2. Dave, what pick do you have?
I got 5. I'm going to end up with either Michael Thomas or a running back.
Heath, what pick do you have?
I have 7, which I think at this point we can just start calling the 7th pick the Dalvin Cook decision pick.
Why not 6? Why not 6?
This is the point. I think in a PPR league, and I could be wrong, but I think in a PPR league more than often, Devontae Adams is just going to go there because it's so safe, and we have so little information on Cook. I think 7's where it gets more difficult.
Why do you think it's so safe? Not that I disagree, but Devontae Adams coming off a little bit of a disappointing season. With injury aside, the touchdowns weren't there, and Rodgers hasn't been throwing a lot of touchdowns lately.
Yeah, the touchdowns weren't there, but the targets were still there, and we've got a lot larger sample size of Devontae Adams scoring once every 20 targets than we do in scoring once every 35.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting. I hadn't really – I kind of just thought that there were 6 obvious picks. I hadn't thought about Devontae Adams being in there in a PPR league. Okay, so hey, somebody said I look like I just woke up. I definitely did not just wake up. I don't like that.
That's called being a parent to 2 under the age of 2.
Oh yeah. Today was rough. All right, so let's catch up on the draft here. And if you have any questions, please ask away. McCaffrey, Barkley, Zeke, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Devontae Adams to Heath, and Julio Jones. So Dalvin Cook went 6th to Ben Gretsch. Julio Jones. Did Jamie make a pick yet, or is Jamie up now?
He just
Jamie
did.
made a pick. Tyreek Hill. All right, Jamie. Tyreek Hill. Who else were you considering there?
No.
No one. All right. Yeah, 85 catches maybe for Tyreek Hill. Not going to get 100. Is that a concern?
No. Not a concern. I think he's a top 4 wide receiver in any format. And so to get him at 9, I was thrilled.
Well, guys, we have some comments coming in here. Kamara at 5 is a steal. I don't know. Maybe was that you, Dave? You took it?
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's me.
Did you steal the draft with the 5th pick?
It's already over. I won Alvin Kamara at pick 5. No, it's not really a steal. It just means that somebody took Michael Thomas ahead of me, and it let Kamara fall to me at 5. It will not be the biggest steal in the draft.
I know I wouldn't want to work with somebody who took Michael Thomas ahead of Alvin Kamara. Am I right? He probably doesn't even know who Pauly Shore is. Joe Mixon goes 10th overall. So he is the 6th running back off the board. Kenyon Drake goes 11th overall. Let's see if we got any comments, any questions here. I don't want to
ahead of Miles Sanders. This is the first mock we're doing with Miles Sanders, offensive lineman, out for the year. I wonder if that played a role in Andrew Ballmer, who's a noted Eagles fan, passing on Sanders in round 1.
Jamie, you have the next pick among the 4 of us. If Sanders is there with your 2nd pick, are you going to take him?
Yeah, he's the next highest player I have in my top 200 overall. So he will be the pick, but I'm gonna guess he's gone by then.
All right. So Kenyon Drake are still waiting for now the 12th and the 13th picks from Marone.
And by the way, I like how you assume that nobody else's draft is paying attention to our chat. So that's bad by you.
I have a random CBS draft board that I saw on Google Images behind me. Dave and Heath are outside. Heath's at the pool. Dave's at the backyard. Jamie's in his study. Call that a study? You have a study, Jamie?
No.
Office?
Office.
Book room? All right. What are we going to do about these picks? Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
Wow. How do you get those? Number 1 quarterback and a top 3 running back? That's awesome.
All right, we're gonna pause and fix those auto picks, it seems. So let's go to the questions, go to the comments. All right. Hunting for wins. I want to know, would you guys take Ezekiel Elliott over Saquon Barkley due to his horrible schedule? It's beyond bad.
Yes.
That's PPR. Well, how could Barkley's schedule be that much worse than Zeke's?
Because Barkley doesn't play against the Giants twice a year.
The Giants have a better run defense
Ezekiel Elliott
than the
does.
Cowboys.
I disagree. I think the Cowboys' run defense will be better than the Giants.
I do not. I think the Cowboys' run defense will be better. They added Gerald McCoy. They added Dontari Poe. The Giants are going to have a sick run defense and a terrible pass defense a la Buccaneers 2019.
To me, that's the tiebreaker in PPR between those two. Is just the simple fact that I'd rather have the running back, because they're both really talented. I'd rather have the running back that faces the Giants than the running back that faces the Cowboys.
Well, in this format, I think Saquon might catch 15, 20 more passes than Zeke this year. So that's a pretty good tiebreaker too.
You think so? How many catches?
I think.
You think
Oh, sorry,
50
go
or
ahead.
no?
I will pull up what the projections have, but I don't think that Zeke's getting much over 50.
Okay. Does the follow-up here from Mest, does the amount of talent at wide receiver open up the field for Ezekiel Elliott?
Yes. But I don't think it's fair to say it's great for Ezekiel Elliott and it's not good at all for Saquon. We've talked about it on the podcast, on CBS Sports HQ, everywhere that we've been, that Saquon Barkley and the Giants, they've got a nice receiving core too. And it makes Daniel Jones appealing as a sleeper quarterback. It makes their offense certainly a little bit more interesting. They're both going to benefit from the receivers around them, but Zeke does have the better receiving core to play off of. Better quarterback too. Better offensive line too.
Yes. By the way, we are 2 followers from 700. So let's get to 700. Balloons will rain down from the ceiling in my apartment if we get to 700 followers at some point tonight. So let's make it happen, everybody. Round 2. Here we go. Travis Kelce, Miles Sanders, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chris Godwin to Jamie. Jamie goes receiver with Tyreek Hill and Chris Godwin. Hey, here's a thought. Do we know how good Chris Godwin is? Like, are we 100% convinced he's a stud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is.
Okay. Nick Chubb is next. Heath is up. What do you got, Heath? Who was your first pick? Cook?
No, Devontae Adams.
Oh.
And so I was really hoping one of Nick Chubb or Derrick Henry would make it back to me for the last few picks, and Derrick Henry did. So I'm going to happily take him in the middle of the second round. I think even if you do believe that he has more injury risk than guys like Dalvin Cook, this is a round discount for that injury risk.
By the way, would you guys like to know the strategy that I'm using tonight?
Sure.
Pick the best player.
I'm going to call it the sophomore. I'm going to, for fun, call it the sophomore slump strategy, but I am targeting all of the sophomore wide receivers. I won't be able to get A.J. Brown, but like I'm going to try to take 2 running backs here, and then I'm going to go McLaurin, Metcalf in rounds 4 and 5. I'm going to go Marquise Brown, maybe Debo, 6, 7. It's going to be a lot of sophomores. Dave, you made a pick. Who'd you take?
I took DeAndre Hopkins, who I think is worthy of a late first-round pick, and I got him toward the back of round 2 in full PPR. You can't see it, but I'm dancing right now. I am thrilled to start my draft with Alvin Kamara and DeAndre Hopkins.
You're able to the bottom half of your body's able to dance while the top half.
That's exactly right, Jamie. Yeah, I have unbelievable coordination. I'm doing the foxtrot below the waist.
That's your business.
All right, so if I look at the highest ranked running backs here, we must have had quite a run because they kind of stink, I feel. I like Aaron Jones. But after that, Melvin Gordon, Chris Carson, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley. You guys should see Todd Gurley's ADP, by the way, on like Fantasy Pros. I think it was like in the 40s or 50s. People are not very high on him.
Can't imagine why.
So Kittle and Kelsey are off the board. So I don't think I can go running back. There's just not two running backs that I like at this spot. All right. I'm sorry, Dave. Please don't get mad at me. But as we were doing the consensus rankings episode on Monday, I just came away. I was like, I don't see an argument against Juju Smith-Schuster. I just don't, unless they're just so run heavy because their defense is great. That's it. So I'm taking Juju. I'm starting to love Juju here, and I'm gonna take Aaron Jones as well.
Well, talk it through for me for a second, because I'd like to know where your mind's at on it.
Well, I just don't.
We can figure out where we disagree.
Yeah, I don't care about last year. First of all, I just don't care. He
Like
had
at all? Not at all.
No,
Okay.
He had a great rookie season. That's what people kind of lose here. Is like he had a great rookie season. He had a spectacular sophomore season. I believe in Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger rolls out of bed, throws for 4,600 yards. That's going to be among the league leaders. Juju's the best wide receiver on the team. Touchdowns may be an issue, but I don't think they're going to have a great running game. So I don't see an argument against him. He's a really, really good player on a prolific passing offense. Fire it up, Juju.
You need to be reminded of what Ben Roethlisberger was as a fantasy quarterback before Antonio Brown was on his team. There were 5 straight seasons where he was no worse than 8th per game in 4-point passing touchdowns. But before Antonio Brown, Ben had 1 year with over 26 touchdowns and 1 year with over 4,000 yards. And that was when he had guys like Hines Ward and Santonio Holmes. Like, he had good receivers. And he was young. His arm was young. He didn't have Tommy John surgery. And now he's older, and he doesn't have Antonio Brown. I don't think he's rolls out of bed getting 4,500 yards. Are you kidding me? I'm lucky if he plays in the game, if he rolls out of bed.
Why is that a defense against Juju? I mean, Mike Wallace had good seasons. Hines Ward had a good season. Antonio Holmes
Did they have good seasons like Juju had 2 years ago? My argument against Juju is that I agree. I think he's a really good player. But I'm nervous that he can't beat the double and that he won't see 10 targets per game like he was before, because I don't know if Roethlisberger's throwing as much. I don't think Roethlisberger will be as prolific a passer because he doesn't have this amazing receiving core. He'll have a good receiving core. And I think Juju's going to lose target share in the red zone and inside the 10. I don't see him having 8, 9, 10 touchdowns. I think he can get 7. I think he can get 1,000 yards. Might even be able to get 1,100. I don't see him. I don't see him finishing top 10 at all. Top 12, top 15. Yeah, maybe. I think if you draft him to be your number 2 receiver, you're doing great. And Adam, you just took him at the end of round 2, beginning of round 3. I think that's fine. It's not my cup of tea. I'm going to go for other receivers there, but I think it's not far off from where I would draft him.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think it's a bust. I'm just not going crazy for him. And it has nothing to do with last year. You're right. We shouldn't count last year at all.
Okay. Those are really good points. I think
if you ever fall asleep, he's about the auto picked again.
Nope. He just went.
Lamar Jackson.
It's a fine time for Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the wide receivers are really.
He fell asleep watching Dawson's Creek.
Every wide receiver that was just selected has some question marks, So, gotta find your favorites. I don't know. This is a wide receiver part of the draft, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. But I think next round will be 2.
Are you up, Dave?
Yeah.
What we got?
I'm debating Carson and Mahomes. Because round 3 for Mahomes, I feel like that's really good value.
What do you guys think, Carson or Mahomes?
But I think I like having my running backs early. And I know I'm going to be able to get a good wide receiver coming back. I'm going to try it with Carson. Let's see what the team looks like.
You should take Carlos Hyde next round to just lock up the backfield.
That's a great idea. Thank you, Adam.
All right, Chris Carson is the pick. I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention on Twitch here. Ebron could hurt him in touchdowns. Yeah, I think Dave probably feels
that. I think everybody on that offense could hurt him in touchdowns.
They wanted you to take Mahomes.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I know I can find a good quarterback value later on. Mahomes in round 3 is great, but I know I'll be able to find a good one later on. And I know that Mahomes is about to go right now.
Probably.
Oh no, he didn't.
All right, guys.
I thought he was for sure going to take him.
We have a comment from MWinnie96. Cooper Kupp in round 2 sounds like a reach. Anyone else with me? And Cooper Kupp went 23rd overall right before I took Juju. Does anybody else think that was a reach, Kupp in round 2?
Few spots, but that's fine.
Yeah, like as you like to say, Adam, the end of the second is basically the same as the start of the third. And it's fine at the start of the third. So why not take him at the end of the second? I think he fits very well with Juju in that they've both shown us top 5 ability. They both are on offenses that really, I mean, they could just absolutely smash this year. I think either one of them could be a league winner, but there's just enough with that second half from Kupp that it's really hard to take him in the second round because it was the most recent thing that we saw.
700 followers. Cue the balloons. They're coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. And tell your friends. Let's have some more feedback here from Twitch. All right. Well, we'll get back to the draft. We'll see if anything pops up. Who's up? Heath, you made a pick. Jamie made a pick. All right. Heath took Allen Robinson. So Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, Robert Woods. Holy cow. This is a very wide receiver heavy round. Carson was, and Aaron Jones to me, Carson and Dave, those are the only running backs. And that's kind of why I like going with 2 RBs with my first 2 or 3 picks. Well, I had back-to-back picks in the second and third round, but good value here for the wide receivers. A.J. Brown off the board. Odell Beckham off the board. That's a fun little back-to-back there for Marone. Brown and Beckham. A lot of potential outcomes there. Boy, we never talk about Keenan Allen, Heath. How you feel about Keenan Allen?
Not great. Like, I am a defender of Tyrod Taylor, and I think that can take I agree with Jamie's bold prediction that he can take the Chargers to the playoffs and start 16 games. But even a defender of him would say that if he's a starter for 16 games, that's bad news for Keenan Allen, I think. And Allen's not a guy that scores a bunch of touchdowns or is super elite on a per target basis. So if they just don't throw as much and Taylor's doesn't have quite as good of connection, that could drop him from being a low end number 1, high end number 2 to, man, I'm really not even that excited about starting him in non-PPR.
Last 7 picks have all been wide receivers. That's wild. All right. Melvin Gordon to Jamie, Todd Gurley to RJ.
Woo!
So I know if Ben Gretsch were on, he wouldn't really be loving those picks.
Yeah.
He thinks those running backs are at the back end of their careers, and
Who am I taking here, Adam?
What's that?
Who am I taking here?
Oh man, who's on the board?
He was
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. I was really hoping. I didn't really care which one. I was really hoping one of Gordon, Gurley, or Bell would come back there in the 4th after I took Robinson in the 3rd. And I just there was one more too. I'd have been fine with James Conner as well.
So how do you guys, Jamie and Heath, how do you feel about it? I guess obviously Heath is comfortable with them in the 3rd round. Are you excited to draft them though, or are you just kind of settling for Gurley, Gordon, Bell?
In the 3rd round, not excited. In the 4th round, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're in the 4th round. My bad. You're excited about it in the 4th round? You think those are good picks?
I'm not excited about it. I was actually hoping Tyler Lockett fell one more spot, and I was going to just go 4 wide receivers for my first 4 picks. But, Melvin Gordon, I thought it was a better value. I like him better than Gurley and Bell and Connor. I think he's going to do some good things in that Denver offense. I just liked him better than it was either between him, any of those backs, or McLaurin. And I just thought taking Gordon as my first back made more sense.
Schrager heard me say I wanted to take McLaurin, so he took McLaurin. Dave,
he's awake.
James Conner. I'm sorry, Ben. I hope you're watching, Ben Gretsch. I wait another round for Jonathan Taylor in the 4th round.
I looked today, and National Fantasy Football Championship, his ADP is pick 30 overall.
Ridiculous.
Fantasy Pros, it's not even close to that though. Fantasy Pros is like, what was it? It's like 60 or something. I don't remember. We talked about it today on the show that's going to air tomorrow. That's sorry, I got to make picks here. Oh, BK Metcalf, Maselli. All right, I guess I'm not going with the sophomore wide receiver strategy. Oh man.
Why not? You can get Marquise Brown.
Too early. All right, talk amongst yourself, guys.
Your
Well, I was
favorite.
going to make a terrible pick here. You made a terrible pick on the 2-3 turn with Aaron Jones, so there'll be another terrible pick coming up here.
No, you don't mean that.
Oh, I do.
T.Y. Hilton.
He's not a second-year receiver.
No, not at all.
You're going to take another receiver here. I don't see you taking any of the running backs. David Johnson's the next highest one on my board. There's all the other rookies not named Swift and Taylor and Edwards-Helaire.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
It hurts.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping to talk you out of.
Why? What's wrong with Ertz 49?
Absolutely nothing. I was hoping you'd fall to me in round.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you. It doesn't really matter what I do because I have McCaffrey. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure McCaffrey could have drugged this team to the playoffs.
What? Come on now.
McCaffrey and Aaron Jones together is pretty good. And Ertz was good last year.
Look, man, if Aaron Jones gets the touches, he's going to be great. Every time they give him work, he's great. Every time. Okay, let's see what the people are saying here on Twitch. Amari Cooper over Galladay, DJ, and Allen. Amari Cooper over both Galladay and DJ. Allen Robinson over all three of them. So the Lone Rangers would take Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, Kenny Galladay, and DJ Moore. How do you feel about that?
No, I'm close. And in this format, I'd take him over. I'd take him over Galladay, and I'd take him over Cooper.
Who's that? Amari Cooper or Allen Robinson?
Robinson over those guys, except for DJ Moore.
Yeah. Okay. Did Akers go ahead of Fournette? Because we have some reaction there.
Yes.
Yes.
Should he have?
Yes.
I don't think
More
so.
upside. More upside.
Fournette's going to be a guy that swings a lot of teams because if he gets the touches again like he did last year, he's going to certainly score more touchdowns. And so, you're hoping for the Jaguars to just run him into the ground if you're drafting Fournette and, then kick him out the door. If you're banking on Fournette being bad, you're counting on Chris Thompson at his age and injury history of taking a significant role in the passing game. And the Jaguars are saying, we hate you so much that we're going to use Reichel, Armstead, and Thompson more so than we did with you last year. His reception is going to come down. There's no doubt about it. But will his touches come down significantly as a whole? And will his touchdowns go up enough to offset that?
Heath, what makes Kareem Hunt, who you took 55th overall, better than Tariq Cohen?
If David Montgomery gets hurt, Tariq Cohen might get 4 more touches a game. If Nick Chubb gets hurt, Kareem Hunt might be the best running back in fantasy, not him, Christian McCaffrey.
But okay, fine. Let's say the starting running backs stay healthy. What's the difference between Hunt and Cohen?
I don't really think much. I think that might be enough of a tiebreaker. I expect Hunt's going to score more touchdowns.
Well, I guess I would just say that if you don't think there's that much of a difference, 55th isn't too early for Kareem Hunt?
I had Tariq Cohen's at the top of my board right now. I think he was the next highest player after Kareem Hunt for me.
Okay. All right, guys, we see Deshaun Watson, I believe, is the third quarterback off the board. Jamie, on the show that we recorded today that's going to air tomorrow, we talked about that group of 4, Kyler, Watson, Dak, Wilson. Is there a case for Watson at the top of that group without Hopkins?
He's the top for me. So I think, you're counting on Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller staying healthy. I'm counting on Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller staying healthy enough that he's going to, get production from those guys. Obviously not Hopkins level production, but production enough. But I think we saw from him in his rookie season, he was on pace for over 600 yards rushing. I think he could get more than that, as he just continues to, put this offense on his shoulders. So I think the rushing numbers will be there. And I think his overall production as a whole, throwing and rushing. I just think he could be, Keith had a bold prediction that I thought was great, where he could be the number 2 quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised, with some injuries, if he's number 1.
Okay, I was like, what was Heath reacting to? Will Fuller going 67th overall to Ben Gretsch. Ben,
Wow.
is this your first draft, or you don't think you could have gotten him next round or the round after that? Come on now. Fantasy God wants to know AJ Green over Tyler Boyd. Please explain that.
Fantasy God can't answer that. He's the fantasy God.
I didn't even read the rest of his name because it's inappropriate. But who would take AJ Green over Tyler Boyd in PPR?
I
Me?
would.
Yeah, everybody.
There's more upside with Green. He's a better receiver and a better talent. Boyd is a volume receiver, plain and simple.
I mean, I think they should be really close because we don't know if AJ Green is still a better receiver than Tyler Boyd. It's been quite some time since we've seen AJ Green play football, and during a period of time when age generally has quite an effect on athleticism for some people.
Still hasn't signed his tender. He's going to be 32 next month. Never played in Zach Taylor's offense. Never played with Joe Burrow. So
somebody sent me something, and I'm sure it can't be right. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm just going to look it up, and then I'll tell you if it's right.
All right. Let's see some of the recent picks here. Dave took Dak Prescott.
Yeah, good value. Round 6. I love it.
Is Russell Wilson still available, ladies and
He
gentlemen?
is. So is Kyler.
Okay.
The Dak pick is going to be good value, but whoever gets the last of Russ and Kyler will be a better value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll take them both. Oh, Kyler Murray just went.
So
All
maybe
right.
not. But I think Russ would be.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, and Russ just went.
It is
See?
true, so I'm going to go ahead and say it now. AJ Green is older than Des Bryant.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I got to say, I hate the Zach Ertz pick now because I love Darren Waller. Could have had him.
So take both.
No.
Look, you've got a flex spot. What the heck? What's the problem with that?
Please don't do that.
No, I want him to do that. Go, take Darren Waller.
Take Brandon Cooks. Heath looks like a model today. His wife should be cautious before all the 20-year-olds slide in his DMs.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, did you say Dave?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. My wife appreciates it.
All right, Dave, I'm taking one of your breakouts.
Yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't going to make it back to me.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if Christian McCaffrey can save this team. Meanwhile, I have 0 sophomore wide receivers. I was thinking about taking Debo there, but I went with Brandon Cooks instead. Tyler Higbee and Jarvis Landry off the board. And now Shraggy B, and then it'll be Dave. AJ Green is washed. The expression is actually washed up.
Is Gretsch watching us?
I don't know.
Because if he's not, there's 100% certainty he's taking Evan Ingram.
He's taking Evan Ingram here?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave, you took Darren Waller.
See? I'm glad you didn't take him now.
Ooh.
Taking 2 tight ends early, that's stupid. Why would you do such a thing?
To Ben Gretsch.
Ben didn't have enough low target wide receivers. You need another guy with 85 targets.
All right, so
Got a lot of good athletes, though.
So Heath has Derrick Henry and Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson, Michael Gallup, and Kareem Hunt. And now he's going to take Tariq Cohen.
See, I would like to, but this is what Ben was talking about with guys like Tariq Cohen and Nyheim Hines. It's more exciting to take them when you like. I don't think I'm going to use him with these 3 backs already. So I'm going to go ahead and take Evan Ingram.
Okay. In general, like how much of a priority is tight end for you guys this year?
Not as much as last year because there are so many good tight ends. Like I really, really, really feel like we've finally done it. We're at a point where there are enough tight ends to go around on draft day. Like we've talked about it before, but it hasn't ever really been the case. But I'm not prioritizing tight end like I did last year. I'm looking for good value. I think Waller in round 7 in a PPR is a perfect example of that.
Can Higbee and Kupp both be good? Question from Twitch.
Yes, they were both good for many of those late games last season.
Were they?
The thing is, like,
wasn't good.
Well,
Kupp's yards were
Yeah,
so low.
Yeah, well, he scored a lot of touchdowns. That counts.
He did. You know, like, if you look at the last 8 games of the season, Robert Woods was on pace for like 190 targets or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just stopped. He stopped throwing a Kupp, and he just peppered Robert Woods and Tyler Higbee with targets.
His final 7 games, he was on pace for 118 catches, I think.
118 catches?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay, who from Jake Grogan.
Like if they go 2 tight end sets, he benefits the most.
Who's a player I should target for my Ridley and Hollywood Brown in a 10-team PPR redraft league?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
He's got Ridley and Marquise Brown, 10-team PPR league. Who should he try to package those 2 to get who? Whom?
I mean, Ridley's got top 10 upside, and Marquise Brown, you know, if things really go well, he's got top 20. So if he's looking to, you know, get one receiver out of that.
Godwin?
Yeah, I was with Godwin, or, you know, if you still believe in Hopkins being that good.
Would you do that? Would you give up those 2 to get Hopkins or Godwin?
Probably not, because Ridley could be as good as those.
I would for Godwin, but I wouldn't for Hopkins.
10-team league, you know, it's easier to do that. Let's see. Are the rookie wide receivers coming off the board now? Jerry Judy. There he is.
Did.
Matt Breida, Marvin Jones.
Dude,
How do you feel about Jerry Judy, first rookie wide receiver selected?
It's fine. Do you think Justin Jefferson will make it back to you here?
Yeah. Is he a sophomore, though? I feel like I can't take him yet.
This is where you took him last time.
I think if I took him, what would that be, 97th overall? I'd be quite happy with that. 96th overall? That'd be good. In fact, I'll take him in round 9 with the first pick, just to say I didn't take him in the first 8 rounds. All right, J.K. Dobbins off the board. Damian Williams. So this is an area of running backs that I find very interesting. You've got the Marlon Macks and the Damian Williams. Marlon Mack still on the board? Yeah. Kerryon Johnson, Marlon Mack, Damian Williams, the guys that we expect to lose their jobs at some point, but not necessarily right out of the gate. Still have Darius Geis, James White, Jordan Howard. I don't know about Breida. Is Breida come off the board yet?
Yep.
Breida just went.
Oh, okay. Breida just went. All right, Jamie, you're on deck. Let's take a look at Jamie's team, ladies and gentlemen. See how he's doing. He's got no quarterback yet. Melvin Gordon and Leonard Fournette, throwback. Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown at flex, and Tariq Cohen. All right, what do you think? You built some running back depth here?
No.
Oh, okay. James,
By the time week 5 rolls
board.
around, he might not have that there for his running back depth.
Heath.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna take this guy. I'm just gonna keep picking him. Ben's gonna be upset that I sniped him.
Ronald Jones. Okay. When did Keyshawn Vaughn go?
About 15
Last
picks,
round.
I think. 12 picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
Oh, he went 69. So
Nice.
21 picks ago.
Oh well. All right, Ben. Let's predict Ben's picks. Jamie, you feel like you have a beat on Ben.
Oh, man, I gotta see his team first.
Alan Lazard.
Is he a
No,
Lazard guy?
right.
Could he get one of Slayton or Deontay?
Yes.
He could take Wentz here. He likes Wentz. Kirk.
Oh, Christian
Oh.
Kirk. Come on, guys. We're better than that. Of course, it's a Christian Kirk. Let's see if we have more questions here. Thanks.
Yeah, we
again.
have to look at guys that could go 3 rounds later. That's the first criteria.
Have an absolute ceiling of 105 targets.
I do love that was one of the more priceless moments of him saying, "I will never start Marvin Jones, but he will start Christian Kirk.
Right.
Look, Ben is all about upside. That is like,
Oh yeah, and when it hits, like it's like, haha, you guys are making fun of me for taking DJ Moore in the 5th round. He was worth a 2nd round pick. Like, it's not like it doesn't ever work. It's just, it's awesome.
Zach Moss. Dave took Zach Moss. That's an interesting pick in the 8th round.
Great pick.
Thank you.
Sony Michel. Like, why take Zach Moss over Sony Michel when like neither of them are going to catch passes? And Sony Michel he had the 9th most carries in football last year.
Well, let's start with Moss having 2 healthy feet, which is an edge that he's got on Sony. And
How many feet do you need, Dave?
yeah, I think to play running back, you need at least 3. Now, I also believe that he's going to end up in this early downs role. I think they really like him in that spot. I don't think he's necessarily going to lead the team in carries from game to game, but I bet he'll have a couple of games early on where he gets rolling a little bit, and Singletary will be more of a passing downs complement. It won't be every week. I like him to get off to a decent start. He's my 4th running back, and I think he's got some good early year potential. I don't like him as much in Dynasty because I think who knows where he'll be 3 years from now, but I think the Bills really have a plan for him and a vision for him, and there's nothing on their depth chart to suggest that he's not going to get it.
I'm going to make a pick right now. And yes, go ahead. You can rip me.
It's Slayton. Slayton.
No,
You're
it's not.
Over Jefferson?
There you go. Yes, over Justin Jefferson. I have a chance to get Jefferson 2 rounds from now. There's no chance I was getting CeeDee Lamb, but I do. I'm ready to take my medicine. Darrell Henderson.
I mean, you made the better pick.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick.
Thank you. Thanks. Finally.
Let's see. Ben Gretch's next pick will be Carson Wentz.
Ben Gretch is next. Okay, Jamison Crowder to Chris. Ben Strager is on the clock.
I kind of figured he was going to take carry on, but
who is Strager?
Big Gretch.
Gretch? I don't know. I don't think he likes carry on, does he? Actually, no. I think you're right, Heath.
I think he does like him.
Non-Brown.
85 targets.
Darius Slayton to Dave. Here we go, Ben. Carry on!
There it is.
Good. Just a fun game. All right, he's on the clock. Who's he going to take? See, it's easy when you can just pull up somebody's rankings. He's definitely not going to take Sterling Shepard. I think he's going to take no, he's not going to take Carson Wentz. You better not take Latavius Murray. Just don't take anyone. It's not worth it. Take Marlon Mack.
It doesn't really seem like it's worth it, really.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take Sterling Shepard. Because you look at the games that he played last year, and I know, like, we never had everybody healthy, but there's nobody else on the Giants that you can look at and say, man, the games they played, they were on like a 25% target share. And so I think it's reasonable to think there's a chance that Sterling Shepard's just the lead target guy in this offense and has 130 targets. And if that happens, he's probably a pretty good value in the 9th round.
How are we feeling about Alexander Madison? Somebody's screaming at us to draft Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
That's a good pick here.
He would be my next choice, but there is at least one person behind me that needs a tight end. Hayden Hurst is still there, so I'm going to take Hayden Hurst. I thought Ben Strager would have done it. My draft room is frozen, so I can't take Hurst until it reloads. But I thought Strager was going to do it.
Take Madison or take Hurst?
Take Hurst.
Okay.
I'll take Madison if it comes back to me. I can't make a pick for some reason, so if somebody has commissioner access, please take Hayden Hurst.
Shaggy B, take Hayden Hurst for Jamie. Don't be selfish. Don't take him for yourself. Take Hurst.
He fell asleep again.
Jamie wants Hayden Hurst. Let's see who Jamie's getting auto-picked. Uh-oh. Hayden Hurst. You got him. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Not a lot of questions here. A lot of chatter. That's good. Talk amongst yourself in the chat room if you like, but feel free to ask us questions as well. What did everybody have for dinner tonight?
Grilled chicken.
Boring.
My wife made some delicious baked mahi with gluten-free pasta and sun-dried tomatoes and mushrooms and like a creamy sauce.
Damn.
Outstanding.
That sounds good. Jamie, SpaghettiOs?
I know we had first practice back for my middle one, so they made Amy's Pizza and celery sticks before they ran out the door. So
I could use some suggestions on a cut of steak for me to buy for Father's Day. I'm affording myself the chance to buy, big awesome steak, maybe even Wagyu. Any suggestions welcome. Twitter.com/Dave Richard or
how about the Twitch? Twitch folks, Dave needs
absolutely.
What's that?
Like for example, I can get a baseball steak, A5 Miyazaki Japanese Wagyu, 8 ounces for more money than I've ever paid for a steak in my life. But that sounds pretty damn good to me. Bone-in ribeye, Wagyu, any suggestion?
Let me ask you something, Dave. If I
Including
blindfolded you and I put different cuts of steak, do you think you would be able to identify them?
Yes.
Yeah, not me.
Now we've done this game before with pizza, and I wasn't able to nail it.
That one's pepperoni.
No, it wasn't that. It was Chicago-style pizzas, but I think someone messed up the pizzas, and they cooked 2 of the same one.
Dave, go to Aldi.
Yeah.
Go to Aldi.
Okay. All right.
Go to they got the grass-fed strip steaks, and they're cheaper than like bad steaks at other places. And then you can use the money you saved and go buy some really good beer or whiskey and spend the same amount, have a delicious steak, and have good beer and whiskey.
So you'll vouch for the grass-fed steak at Aldi?
I will.
Okay. How do you prepare it?
On the grill.
Charcoal or propane?
Charcoal, about 3 minutes on each side.
Okay. All right. That doesn't sound so bad.
How great is that pick, Adam?
What pick? Carson Wentz.
You've been predicting Carson Wentz for 2 rounds.
Good stuff. And guess what? I'm pretty close to getting Justin Jefferson, and I'm pretty excited about that. Dave takes Rob Gronkowski because he loves wrestling.
Yes, that's exactly why. Former 24/7 champ.
I
took him because I thought he was a good value in round.
Is he the current 24/7 champ?
No, he lost it to R-Truth. I saw it on Twitter that he lost it. His buddy the Goon was the referee for that moment.
So, Drew Brees is someone I might draft, but I know that I think if they don't play, if they have no fans in the stands, he's not going to be as good. They're not like he's got.
Do you think he's the ultimate warrior and he like feeds off the fans and shakes the ropes because of them? Or maybe Drew Brees is actually like an amazing quarterback who doesn't need fans around him to be great.
So he's amazing, but he's got 2 primetime home games, and he always has like mega games and primetime home games. And that goes a long way in where he finishes every year. It's not going to be the same. Like, they're not going to just blow people out because the energy of the stadium. I'm telling you, they feed off of it. He's not going to be able to do that.
The defense might feed off of it, and they might have an advantage because it's loud and it messes with the offense, the opposing offense. I don't think it's going to matter that much for offenses at all. Offenses might love it, actually, because they're quieter. They can, if they need to call it a change of play or something.
They feed.
Visiting offenses.
Oh, visiting offenses will definitely make it.
Right, so it could be more high-scoring games in the Superdome. Like, we haven't seen those ever. Oh, Chris.
Classic Hazer take. Yeah, no, it's definitely outside the box. Joshua Kelly in round 10 in all caps. I actually was going to take Joshua Kelly. I was hoping to take him there.
There's Stafford. Who am I going to take here, Adam?
Oh, okay.
Look at my rankings. Don't look at my rankings.
Okay. Do you need any particular positions, or you?
I have 4 running backs, 4 receivers, a quarterback, and a tight end.
Okay.
Balanced as could be. I take this guy in the double-digit rounds of every draft that we do.
Okay, Raquel Armstead is my first guess.
He's still there?
That is not
Anthony
right.
Miller. I'm going to say Raquel Armstead.
Incorrect.
Anthony Miller. Chase Edmonds. Okay. Heath loves handcuffs.
I've always been a big handcuff guy, especially when I don't draft a starter.
Yeah. Hey, if Nick Chubb and Kenyon Drake get hurt, Heath, you're going to win the league.
Yeah, I might anyway.
All right, let's catch up on some of these picks. Dave, I'm going to read every pick from round 11 so far, and I want you to tell me good or bad. Matt Ryan.
Great.
Laviska Shenault.
Not great.
Antonio Gibson.
Great.
Jonnu Smith.
Good.
Latavius Murray.
Probably the best pick in the round.
Your pick.
Yeah. It's a solid pick. That's
Matthew Stafford.
Very good pick.
Jamie, I'm going to give you the rest of the round. Chase Edmonds. Emmanuel Sanders. Tom Brady.
Steal the draft.
JB's pick. Noah Fant.
Solid.
Drew Brees.
Solid.
Okay. Well, it's nice to get Drew Brees in round 11, even though he's going to really suffer from not having fans in the stands.
True.
Who's the best Packers wide receiver to take other than Adams?
Jordy
Lazard.
Was any love for Funchess?
No. It's all about getting big fantasy points with Lazard.
I
All
love
right.
Jay Sternberger.
I don't think anybody on the Twitch caught that reference. The Menard Lazard reference. There are people who might.
Same
translate
peak
it.
money. I like that. That was good, Dave.
I'm glad you finally. If it took you that long to get it, and I needed to say it twice, then it wasn't that good.
I was watching other things. So, why Denzel Mims over Rashad Perryman?
Because there's more upside with him.
Yeah. We've seen 5 years of Rashad Perryman, and we've seen like 4 good games.
Now, if Rashad Perryman had Bruce Arians and James Winston, it'd be a different story. But Denzel Mims would probably benefit from that also.
Are there any other sophomore wide receivers that are still available that I could take? Any good? By the way, I took Justin Jefferson. Okay, it was CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson. Is beautiful way I did that there. Understanding ADP, people. That's what it's all about. AJ Dillon off the board.
You could take Mecole Hardman.
Ooh. Okay, we'll put him in my queue.
What a noise.
You can take N'Keal Harry also.
And here goes Mecole Hardman.
Oh, it's a bet. Funny. If he did do a bet, would have done it. So it's okay.
Oh, man.
How about Mike Williams? What a fall from grace. 137th overall, Mike Williams. Your thoughts?
1,000 yards last year.
Led the league in yards per catch.
Make Adam take a shot every time he asks about it or names a player who wasn't drafted. Do I do that?
Take shots? No.
What happened to the Christopher Herndon? I'm reading every question by this
A
one.
lot cooler if you did.
What happened to the Christopher Herndon hype, or is he still in the doghouse?
I think he's sneaky, but you don't have to draft him unless you're taking 2 tight ends. But I think he's going to be one of those guys that we end up adding at some point during the season.
Okay.
I mean, Ryan Griffin's coming off of, I think, foot surgery. Don't know if he's healthy yet. I don't think Sam Darnold's going to consistently challenge down the field.
Hey, I've got 2 Azer strategies coming into play right now. Friendship and sophomore with my next pick. Who's it going to be?
Hunter Renfrow.
I don't have any Raiders on my team.
Okay.
Sophomore and friendship.
Yeah. In fact, looking back, I probably should have taken Deontay Johnson to do that, but Paris Campbell.
You're going to take
Paris
James
Campbell.
Washington?
No,
You're
Paris
take Campbell ahead of Pittman, or Pittman's already gone?
No, I'm going to take Paris Campbell ahead of Pittman.
Pittman's already gone.
That's a Pittman.
Good.
No, I would have done it anyway. Paris Campbell, deep sleeper for me. Are there any running backs that are worth a damn?
Yes.
Who?
I'm trying to get him into my next pick. I'm not telling you.
There's a few.
Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? What a terrible pick.
Oh,
I have Aaron Jones, but I completely wasn't thinking. Forgot about it.
2018.
Good pick.
Terrible pick. Oh my gosh, back it out. Whew, terrible. Let's see. All right, from Raven, when is Hunter Henry going?
7th, 8th round.
Yeah.
And level of excitement for Hunter Henry this year.
Woo.
I mean, look, he's top 7 tight end.
Is it
Get him at a good value, just like everybody else.
Are you guys
Not really much different than last year, just a slightly less.
I think the quarterback change hurts him.
What's the weather like down there?
South Florida, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it is.
Gorgeous, cool. Got
How did we miss
going.
Gesicki?
Oh my gosh, this is God. All right, let's see Ben Gretch's team. Ben Gretch, Matthew Stafford, Dalvin Cook. Oh, he loves Dalvin Cook. Unbelievable. Jonathan Taylor, Kenny Golladay, Stephon Diggs, Will Fuller, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Mike Gesicki. He already has George Kittle. Mike Gesicki, Christian Kirk, Kerryon Johnson, Tony Pollard, and N'Keal Harry. All right. Heath takes Devontae Freeman.
Wow, you got the Bucs starting running back this late. That's great.
Pretty good. Heath, are you going to take Frank Gore, like a Lifetime Achievement Award pick?
No.
Mount Rushmore?
You have Le'Veon Bell, actually. You should take Frank Gore.
No.
Oh, Dave, did you take the running back that you thought was good, Damon Harris?
He was someone I was looking at.
Okay.
Glad to get him.
We only have 2 picks left. One of them is a DST. I'm gonna, yeah. I'd like to have a good DST. Who's the number 1 DST this year, guys?
I got the Steelers.
Heath, don't care?
Yeah, I care a lot. I've done lots of DST research to prepare for my DST ranking so far. I believe I have the 49ers number 1 currently, but it's a real fluid situation. Every time I look at those rankings, I change my DST rankings.
Who must be keeping you up at night? Who is the best matchup for DSTs this year?
Steelers.
What?
Yeah, I think no.
The Skins?
Who is the best matchup to play teams against?
It's a stream.
Yeah, like who's the worst offense basically that's going to give up the most points to DSTs?
Jackson.
Maybe Miami.
Well, then you should draft the Patriots because they get the Dolphins week 1.
Maybe the Patriots.
Maybe the Patriots.
Yeah.
Maybe the Giants with that turnover-prone quarterback of theirs.
Could be the Bears.
Could be the Bears, the Jets. I don't know if the Jets' offense is going to be very good.
All right. Any interesting picks in this round, guys?
No.
I'm going to do a little late season friendship strategy if it works out. Or late round friendship strategy.
What'd you do?
Sims and Gandy Goldman if I can get him.
Okay.
Not bad. One of them should be okay.
How about Brandon Ayuk, 152nd overall, first-round pick?
Yeah, I was going to take him.
Aaron Rodgers and Daniel Jones back-to-back by Marone. That's a pretty cool combo, I think.
Yeah.
We've had an interesting conversation. Myself, Marone, Andrew Baumer, and Jack Capitorto. We did on CBS Sports HQ, the top 10 quarterbacks for 2020. Sean Wagner-McGuff did the list, and he left off Aaron Rodgers in the top 10. It's gotten a lot of attention, as you can probably expect. This isn't fantasy. This is obviously reality. And he had Stafford on the list as a top 10 quarterback. So the minute that Stafford went, Baumer sent a text message, Stafford over Rodgers, because Baumer was making the case that Stafford could be better than Rodgers. And if they were both on the same team, could put up better numbers.
Wait a second. Somebody did an NFL ranking and had Stafford ahead of Rodgers, you're saying?
As a top 10 quarterback for 2020, not fantasy.
Not forgetting everything they've done in the past, just how they will play this season, correct?
How they will play this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait. How they will play this season, or like who's better?
I don't know. I did not watch the clip, the segment, and I have not spoken to Sean. But I think my guess would be is who's better for 2020.
I have to strongly disagree with that.
I think anybody would probably say if you have to win a game, who are you going to take? You're going to take Rodgers. If you have to win Super Bowl, you're going to take Rodgers. Numbers-wise, Stafford's going to put up better numbers because of the team that he plays for.
Yeah, if that's the question, if it's just like, well, is he going to put up better numbers? I mean, if you feel that way, then everybody should have Stafford ahead of Rodgers in their rankings. I don't know that he's probably going to throw for more yards. But yeah, I don't know. That seems kind of risky to
I mean,
it's Stafford better
like,
than Rodgers.
there are definitely statistics that you can look at that would tell you that there hasn't really been much of a difference the past 2 to 3 seasons between Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford when he's healthy. Rodgers has not been the same guy for like 4 years now, statistically. So there's still things he can do that Stafford can't do, but over the course of a season, he's not been an elite quarterback for quite some time.
Yeah, it's interesting. I still feel like he can be.
Well, put it this way, Keith. If the Chiefs lost Mahomes right now and they could trade for either one, who would you rather them trade for?
I would rather them trade for Stafford.
Really?
He's 4 years younger, right?
Just for the rest of the year.
Just for this year.
Mahomes will be back.
Whichever one's cheaper.
No, same cost.
I don't know. Probably still Rodgers, but I don't think it's really crazy.
Okay. All right. Heath just took Antonio Brown. Jamie took Golden Tate. Dave disappeared. Is Ben Schrager joining Twitch?
What's up?
Shraggy B. What's going on? What was your favorite show growing up, Ben?
Friends.
Sports Center? Come on now.
Sports Center.
That's not a show.
No, Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods is the best show growing up.
Is that on CBS?
Yeah, it actually is CBS. You can watch it on CBS All Access.
Company, man. Blue Bloods. But that's not like your favorite childhood show.
That was like early teens. Childhood was like Rugrats.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So I'm 2 minutes away from another draft for a magazine. I have the 4th pick. Who should I take? PPR. I'll tell you who I want. You tell me who to take. I want Kamara.
I was going to tell you to take him.
Yeah.
What if he goes third? What the heck was that? Oh, I'm on the clock.
I think that was you.
No, it wasn't me.
Well, you're the one that's on the clock.
Yeah, but it wasn't me. That hasn't happened.
Like, I don't think it was mine saying that you're on the clock.
Yeah, but how could it be me?
Well,
It had to be Schrager, right? He's the new guy. He was the first time, like.
But you're on the clock, Adam.
How did you make that happen? That's what I want to know. All right. Good draft, guys. I'm going to take a second tight end. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert as a handcuff, or am I going to take another quarterback?
Hi, Dave.
What's up, guys?
What the hell? Oh, Dave. What's up, dog?
My dog missed me. I was outside. My computer died, and now he's attacking my face.
Your computer is attacking your face?
No, the computer died outside. The dog is attacking my face.
Okay. All right. Well, that was very cute. Good draft,
Thanks.
everybody.
Is it over? I came back just for the end?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Rugrats for the win. Mop Man wants Jamie to take Devontae Adams 4th overall.
No.
Mr. Flex Brown says McCaffrey, Zeke, Saquon, Cook in that order.
McCaffrey already went 1. Draft just started.
Okay. Why Kamara over Cook, Jamie?
You are on deck.
Oh, well, don't have to worry about any holdouts. And Kamara, I think, will be better.
Heath, you're on deck. I heard that.
Oh, hey, for everybody still watching, we have a very cool mock draft on Thursday with analysts from other sites. It'll be the 4 of us and Ben Gretsch and 7 analysts from other sites, including Mike Wright, Jake Seeley, Liz Loza, Scott Fish, Mike Taglieri, Chris Harris, and Brad Evans. And we're going to post the results on our HQ Twitter feed, CBS Sports HQ's Twitter feed. Throughout the draft, I'm going to be doing these little short videos, and they'll be tweeting them out. So hopefully you enjoy it, and it should be fun and competitive.
Someone asked.
Michael Thomas was number 2, by the way.
Someone asked an awesome question on Twitch to end the show. The last question of the night. Someone asked something great. I don't care what it's about. Football.
You are on the clock.
Who's on the clock? It's Heath. It was you.
I'm not on the clock.
It was Dave.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it went
Not
Dave.
me.
Auto pick. Heath.
No, it was.
No, I took the Rams. That wasn't an auto pick.
It was Adam.
No, Heath
It
was
was not me. All right, fine. I'll read this one. King Kong John. Dynasty question. Superflex League.
that
Should
name
I
you say, but you won't say the other name?
Superflex League. Should I trade Deebo Samuel for Devin Singletary?
Wow. What's the best team name you've ever heard, Adam?
Oh,
Lights-
wow. This worked out really well. First few picks.
Lights Camara action. Wow, what'd you get? Saquon?
Saquon at 4.
Wow, nice. Okay, why does Adam have terrible takes on everything? I don't know. When will Adam's baby sleep through the night? Also don't know.
Not soon enough.
Yeah, not soon enough. All right, well, I would rather have Devin Singletary in Dynasty over Deebo. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Debo might have a little bit more star power long term.
You know, I love that yards per carry. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for following us. We got to 700. That is awesome. We rule. We hope to be back next week on Twitch. So, yeah, we'll keep you updated. We've got breakouts posting tomorrow morning. We'll do busts. We'll have that on Friday for you. Pretty soon, we're going to be 5 episodes per week. Send us your emails at fantasyfootball@cbsi.com. I want to thank Jamie and Ben for getting this together. I want to thank Ben Gretsch for letting us easily predict all of your picks. For Dave, for Heath, for Jamie, I'm Adam. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Want more of the Fantasy Football Today podcast and nonstop year-round fantasy advice? It's simple. Hit the subscribe button and hang with us all throughout the year.